It is Thursday. Weighed myself in at 166.8 today, which is pretty good. I've been weighing myself this past weekend and throughout this week in general. I've been fluctuating between 166.8 to like 162. I think I can comfortably say I'm like 160 right now, because I do believe before that, a while ago, I was saying that I was like 150 to like 145. So that's like a good amount of muscle mass, some fat, I won't lie, that I've put on. Speaking of which, I do want to I do want to start doing some cardio to at least manage some of that fat. I'm usually like comfortable like with having a little bit of fat on. I do feel like that I am putting a little too much. I mean, a little fat, it's not going to hurt anyone. But we got the bulking shake. We're going to drink that today. We're going to make some food. We're going to eat. And I'm going to try to get back to what I was doing, I guess, like the beginning of last week or the week before that. I don't remember what video I posted. But getting back into that groove, because I did like go a little bit, I won't lie. Like I did mention in the last video, actually, just starting to oh, it's okay if I just don't do it today, let me just do it tomorrow. I mean, like I said, I have been hitting all my calories, have been eating. Missed the gym yesterday, or not yesterday, I missed the gym on Tuesday. And that's where it's a make or break. It's like it's always just one workout that you miss, and then it's the next one, and then and then the whole fucking shit just goes to shit. Shit hits the fan. There's shit everywhere. Anyways, we're gonna get back into what I need to do. We're gonna hit the gym, we're gonna do everything, we'll try to go to bed early, you know and then set myself up for success tomorrow. Tomorrow is Thursday. I work all day tomorrow. What am I gonna do in terms of eating and everything? I believe I go in at 11:45. I cooked my schedule. I open tomorrow. I open barista, which is like the best opening you can get. Out of the two, you always want barista opening, bar back closing, because it's always those are like the easier out of the two, and that's what I have. So I'm looking forward to that. But I do work from like 11:45 to like 9:30. I do want to. Tomorrow's Friday, so the gym actually closes early tomorrow. So I'm gonna try to go in tomorrow morning to hit Charms and some legs, and then go to work afterwards. Should I try to cook some food before it, package it up, bring it to work? Probably. Am I going to? Probably not. I won't lie. I think I'm gonna try to do the method I talked about yesterday with the trading stuff. I'm gonna try to do that in the morning, because it is gonna get busy later, and I do know how annoying that could be when people come to us and ask to trade, and it's like really a rush hour. Cole comes back today. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to hang out with him. I don't know if he's even left yet. It's currently 1 right now, and it's like at least a 9 to 10 hour drive, I believe. So he's probably gonna get back at night. He's probably gonna be tired. Probably not gonna play with him tomorrow. I work all day. I work Saturday, so I don't know when's the next time I'm gonna see him, or if we're gonna do anything. I do want to get sushi with them. I'll probably record that if we do end up doing that. Another thing, I don't know if you can see, shirtless in the sun right now. I did talk about it a very long time ago when I got all my shit tested. When I was testing for the hair stuff, right? I had to do some blood work. Actually, everything's like really good. Everything's really good except my D3, my vitamin D3. I'm currently supplementing vitamin D3 plus K2 because I think K2 is a precursor to D3 to allow it to do whatever the fuck it does. Anyways, vitamin D, the sun, I gotta absorb it for the health. Any other supplements I'm taking right now? Not really anything new. It's the same old, same old. I did run out of nootropic as well as magnesium L-threonate. I'm probably not going to take nootropic. I don't think I really need it that much, but I do want to restock on the magnesium L-threonate. So currently right now I'm taking allergy medicine, but I don't really think that counts as a supplement. But we got both magnesium L-threonate and glycinate, a sleeping thing like Ecoz's, like a sleeping multivitamin, vitamin D3 plus K2, as well as a fish oil, omega-3. Another thing, I did talk to you guys about it last video. I did meet an online friend. Her name's Michelle. She has like a whole fucking big ass friend group, and apparently they have friends that are coming over from college back here, and they have this whole fucking week planned out or whatever, and they invited me to do it. So maybe I'll pop out and go see what it's all about. Ooh, shut the fuck. But that is later in the month. I do have to see what my schedule looks like, and then I'll let them know what day I'll come out. I do know that they're doing like an Ocean City day. They have like a karaoke night. They have like a game night or whatever with like a potluck. I don't know. They have a lot of stuff planned. It does seem really fun. But I really do want to get my money up. So that's like a bigger priority at the moment. So I'm gonna do see what my availability looks like in terms of that. Then, who knows? Maybe pop out, go talk to them or whatever. But yeah, that's really the intro for this week. I really don't have anything planned. Like I said, maybe I do meet up with Cole, whatever. Have a bite to chat with them. I do want to start, like I said, giving my opinions on some stuff. I don't know yet, but I do know that I do have to eat this. I do have to do my skincare. I do have to go to the gym and stuff. And I do want, what the hell? I do have to go to the gym and stuff, and I don't want to get too far behind in the day before I start procrastinating everything, and then I just don't do it. It's Monday. Lot of stuff to talk about. First I started recording all my thoughts and stuff that I wanted to talk about in a note thing or whatever, so I could just keep referencing that. And so I always have a cohesive whatever that I could just talk about. For Thursday, when I do my 4 sets of 7, I decided to try out 65 for that day, right? And I hit the top set every single fucking time, meaning that my shit just goes up. So when I do 4 sets of 5, it is officially now going from 65 to 70. So I'm doing 70 for 4 sets of 5. And I'm also doing 65 for 4 sets of 7. So today, I'm supposed to fucking do 70 pounds on incline for 4 sets of 5, which is absolutely insane for a number of reasons. Because I just fucking progressively overload 5 pounds over the last 2 weeks, which is kind of crazy. The other reason why it's crazy is because I've only done 70 assisted. I've only ever done them with Ryan, and it was only for I think maximum 3 reps. So this is new PR, technically new PR incline territory. And low key, I feel like back when I was doing that, bro, I was fucking ego lifting. So we're gonna see how that fucking goes today, because this is fucking uncharted territories, bro. It's hard to believe that I'm back at this current physique and current strength level. I mean, there was a point where I never thought I would come back to this, right? I stopped going to the gym and everything, stopped dieting and everything. And even when I would go back to the gym, I subconsciously knew I wasn't dieting in order for me to progress, right? I'm hitting new goals, right? I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, damn. Well, my parents have noticed. They're like, damn, you've been bulking up. They can tell. That's good and bad. I'll get to that in a second. But I don't know. I feel my shoulders. I look at my shoulders in the mirror. They're not as I guess from a front profile, they're not as straight down, right? They got a little bump. It's small, but it's noticeable. Same thing with my arms. I'm talking about both of these being unpumped, right? Just at its normal base status, my shit is I don't know. It feels more full. With that being said, another thing that I've noticed is that the fat is fatting. In some older pump pictures or a couple weeks ago, you'll be able to see my abs, right? You would see my abs. I was pretty lean. I would say I was pretty relatively lean, and bro, that upper 4-pack is starting to turn into a 1-pack, and it's and I don't know, it's good and bad. Because I'm usually I don't fucking know. I want to go on so many fucking side rants and whatever, but I gotta stick to the main thing. Talking about the abs. The abs are they're going away. It's sad to see them leave. But we're gonna try to do cardio this week to mitigate that as much as possible because of a couple things. It is officially week 4 of my strength training. I mean, I've been fucking resetting the strength training thing over and over again, but it's officially week 4, and after this week we go to hypertrophy training, meaning that it is for to get big, which is very exciting. I've missed hypertrophy training. I miss the pump that it gives you, and I feel now, since I am back to my the strongest I feel like I've ever been, at least for my chest. I feel like my triceps have gotten stronger. My back, not so much. I gotta put a little bit more emphasis on my rowing movement, but I have felt like my lat pull down has gotten a lot more, what's the word I'm looking for? A lot more controlled. A lot more controlled. Now that is week 4, right? After this, I got 6 weeks of hypertrophy training. This program, I am doing upper, lower, rest, chest, back. On Friday, it's SHARMs and hamstrings. And I like it, right? And it's like, it's nice having those days off, allows me to work on Saturday and Sunday and not have to worry about, I got to go to the gym afterwards. But I will say, starting before I even started doing the program again, I had the intention that once I finished this program, I was going to go back to my 6-day split where I was always kept busy. The workouts that I would do for that 6-day split would be legs, primarily like quad focused legs exercises. Then would be a back and triceps. Then Wednesday would be chest, biceps, and shoulders. Thursday was legs again, but hamstrings and glute focused. Friday would be SHARMs. Saturday would be chest and back. And I forget, there's a specific word for that split. I believe it's like I think it's like a bro split, maybe. I'm not sure. But yeah, I was running that, and I did like it. I did like focusing more specifically on certain muscle groups, because I did feel like, I don't know, it allowed me to do multiple exercises for like the same muscle. I still do that now in my workouts. I do that for my back. I do that for my chest. But for all my other, my legs as well. But for all my other upper body, I only do like one exercise for each given day that they're like exercised, So let's say I did upper body, I would only do one bicep exercise. I would only do one tricep exercise. I would only do one shoulder exercise, And that's what I'm trying to say. I'm starting to say, like, say that Friday SHARMs day on my 6-day split, I would do like 2 triceps. I would do 2 biceps. You get what I'm trying to say. Recently, I don't remember when, but Jeff Nippard dropped a working out 365 days scientifically, like what are the results or whatever. And what I realized, he was talking about his diet, his sleep, and his everything. The split that Jeff Nippard was running was a upper lower split mixed with a push pull leg split. So it would be Monday upper, Tuesday lower, Wednesday rest, push pull legs for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and that upper lower would be, I believe, strength training, and the push pull legs would be hypertrophy training. And I don't know, I never thought about doing like both strength training and hypertrophy training during your split. And I don't know, I feel like I do want to try it out 100% after this. I don't know when. I do think I want to do hypertrophy training for a while. I don't know if that is continuing the 4-day split that I have going on, doing hypertrophy training after those 6 weeks, or doing my 6-day split with hypertrophy training, or that's really just it. And then the other option being doing Jeff Nippard's split. I don't know. I mean, I still have fucking 6 weeks, 7 weeks, including this week, to figure all that shit out. One thing I really did want to mention that I forgot to fucking mention in my last video, it is Cameron Casca uploaded a YouTube video, and I wanted to shout him out. Very cool dude. You guys, I assume if you like my content, you'll like his. But yeah, I feel like it's definitely worth checking out. I mean, I think it's like a 3-minute video about him going to go see the cherry blossoms, I don't know. I want to encourage him to make more videos because I enjoyed watching his video. He has very good pacing, a lot better than mine, and very good editing that I wish to achieve. I'm trying to do it this video. I haven't done it yet, but I want to go home and chop up my video in terms of allowing, like, what I've noticed from other YouTubers is that there is like almost no pauses. It's just constant monologue or whatever. And that's why I want to try to do this video, because I do tend to do a lot of like little pauses here and there, or a lot of like, and I want to try to cut all those out. That being said, I do want to improve that aspect of communication, or I guess speaking, naturally myself, like just getting rid of ums and likes in terms of my speech. I want to become more better spoken. Um, Shit, I'm doing it right now. I did watch some dude on TikTok. I don't know his name, but he's like very famous for like public speaking and stuff. And he's saying that fuck, when trying to overcome this like habit of ums and likes, it is learning to sit with the pause. I mean, that's not going to happen during these videos because I am going to cut those pauses out. But in terms of like me speaking to other people, like in person, I need to learn to think about what I want to say and pause, like, and convey those things without using like these filler words of ums and likes. The abs, I needed my abs. When I needed them the most, they're gone. For the most part, I mean, I've always been able to see my abs, and now like the one time I'm meeting new people, and it would be really cool to have my abs. At the moment, they are perishing. Is it possible for me to try to get them back in that amount of time? Maybe if I start burning some fat while still putting on muscle. I would probably have to tweak my diet a little bit. I don't know how I would do that. I guess try to cut out a lot of fats, as well as focus on doing some form of cardio and burning that fat in some way, shape, or form. We will see. I mean, to be fair, I feel like even with the one pack going on, I'm pretty decent looking. I don't know. Low key, that also might just be me admiring the sheer size that I have on at the moment. My little brother, his name is Vitor. Vitor is genuinely like looks like a younger version of me. He is currently 6 foot. He's a tall motherfucker, and hella skinny. I feel like he's about as skinny as I was, and it really put into perspective, like, damn, I was really that skinny that once. And I'm like, look how far I've come. I feel like I'm still like pretty a skinny person. But it's like, I'm talking about twig arms, bro. And I feel like I got a little meat. I got a little meat on me now. Speaking of Vitor, his birthday's coming up soon. I don't know what he's gonna have planned or going on, but I'll talk about that more when the time comes. That should be in like 2 weeks, I believe. So if anything happens, I will update you guys. I know I'm kind of sounding like I'm all over the place. That's low-key because I'm keep referencing my fucking notes. I feel like I should have organized my notes better. I mean, in my head, I do have like a mental idea of like I remember what some of the things I want to say. It allows me to flow into those types of things better. Like when I was talking about the Jif Nepper thing, as well as me going up in weight from my dumbbells and the 3 week or whatever. That was like all over my notes or whatever, when I was able to cohesively put them. I don't know. But some of these things, I don't know. I got to figure out how to say what I want to say better. Fuck. The trade method I was fucking talking about got fucking patched, bro. I went to And Pizza. I wanted a pizza. What day was this? Friday or something? I wanted to get a pizza. Walked in. I was like, yo, you want boba? And they were like, I low-key feel like the guy that I talked to was the fucking manager, bro. And that is like the one thing you do not want to do. And he was like, nah, we can't do that. I was like, God damn it. I mean, he could just also not be the manager. He could just be like, I guess, doing what he needs to do. But he was also saying like, just coming in the mornings. I guess it was just too busy at that time. It didn't look that busy, but maybe it was because there was too many of his coworkers during that time. And maybe in the morning there's less coworkers, so it's more chill. Still unfortunate. I did really want to fucking eat that. But yeah, it's patched. Method's patched. I got to figure out. I got to start bringing food back to work. Speaking of work, 2 things. First, your boy got certified. I'm officially a barista, making me an all-star worker, meaning I get a raise. But not really. Here's what happened. When I first got certified in one position out of the 2, you would get paid 13 base plus $2 tips. and that you would get paid 15 an hour. But I was always confused because whenever I would check my pay stub or whatever, I would do the math and I would get 16. I was like, damn, I don't know if this is correct because everyone else was telling me some other price or whatever, and I was like, I'm getting paid more. Apparently, I think my boss just like really liked me because she it was just always like that, you know? And now that I got a new boss, I feel like she fixed that shit, and now I'm back to 15. But since I did get a raise, I am back to 16, but it's like I'm back where I started. I don't know. I feel like I can't even complain to anyone because technically this is how it's supposed to be, you know? And I would just be like cheating the system. But I was also talking to my coworkers about this, and they were like, you can ask for a raise like every year, but not everyone gets one, you know? So I think I just gotta be a good worker, which I'm like the best fucking barback. No, like I stand proud fucking saying that, you know? I'm the best barback there. Barista, not so much. I will not lie. But I feel like the work I do as a barback is justified for me to get a raise. But the person I would ask for a raise would be my old boss, because I feel like, you know, she liked me and she's seen more of what I've done and like everything, because my new boss has only been here for like, I want to say like a month or two. So she's barely seen anything, and the ship is fucking sinking ever since she's joined. Today, we actually ran out of a whole bunch of shit. We're out of matcha, we're out of coconut, we're out of Thai, we're out of fucking strawberry. We ran out of cups on Saturday, and we fucking had to start, we had to close early. And before that, our sticker machine was broken. We had to handwrite every fucking order, which was annoying. So a lot of problems have arose since the switch of new manager positions. But I'm just chilling, I'm not gonna lie. Because I have the idea of working another job. I want a bartend. I was talking to my coworker about it, and she was like, it's very similar to me being a barista at my job right now. I was like, oh, cool. So I was thinking about, I want to bartend. But here in Virginia, you can't bartend under the age of 21. You have to be 21 to bartend. But she was saying that in Maryland, you can be 18. So I'm thinking about, I drive a little further, you know, if I can apply, I start working as a bartender, and I get my experience now. Once I turn 21, I can apply to work as a bartender closer to my house, already have experience, and make more fucking money. Because I feel like bartending people, you get, first of all, drinks are just hella fucking expensive, right? Me working at, Kung Fu Tea, people are paying like $7 to $10 for a drink, for a boba, right? And alcoholic drinks are way more expensive than that. You could pay a fucking like from 12 to like 15, maybe even 17 for like one drink. And people be tipping on that, you know? I know some people who like tip their bartender, and all they do is just fucking open a beer. Shit, that's what I want to get paid, you know? There's mixology classes I can take to better increase my chances of getting hired, because I would already have some background knowledge of like how to make drinks and how to do all this stuff. I looked on Reddit. There's also, you could just apply and then they'll also teach you. But I feel like they'll teach you, but I feel like I would rather have like the certainty of like, oh yeah, I know how to make this, I know how to make that. First, my schedule just changed in the job that I work at right now, right? I'm working more hours. I do want to see what my schedule is just going to look like on a regular basis and feel it out, you know. I'm working more hours, and once I am comfortable working these hours, then I'll take my mixology class and then apply to start bartending, you know. I already told my mom, and she's like already down like with the idea of like me doing all this, which is cool, which is pretty cool. I fucking keep like looking back at my notes, and I started ranting and I did not fucking hit record. Anyways, what I was talking about was fucking talent. Put up my fucking Hawkeye clip right now, because that's a whole bunch of fucking talent, bro.
We are in the front. Prepare yourselves.
I was out there, alone, and I really needed someone to argue with.
We need to stop that vehicle in its tracks. That one hurts. I like the cold. Double KO!
Needed that
That's
boost.
3!
They won't call me back up.
Wow, 4 in a row! 5! That's amazing!
I'm trying to learn Hawkeye for fun. I've been playing him in quick match, you know, because I don't really give a fuck. We could run 6 duelists in quick match, and I'll still have fun playing Hawkeye. That used to be Spider-Man for me, but I feel like everyone fucking hates Spider-Man and I get targeted. So now we're playing Hawkeye. No one really gets angry at you when you play Hawkeye, you know? So it's chill. It's chill. Back to what I was saying about talent. You guys know. Some of you may know, some of you may not. I draw, you know. I do my little hobby here and there. And I do want to talk about my drawing experience in a bit. I'll get to that. But I'm a one jealous motherfucker for people who can sing, bro. I am one jealous motherfucker, bro. I love music, and to have the ability to sing is like, fuck. Because I feel like there's so many average Joe Schmoes out there who can sing, and it's just like, I'm not one of them. And I've just come to accept that, like, that's just not me, you know? I just sound like shit. And I feel like, I don't know, I feel like everyone can draw. And that, because it's your hands, you know, you're drawing or whatever. Maybe you're not a visionary person. You can't think about some stuff to imagine to draw, and maybe you lack creativity. But I feel like to some extent someone can always improve in drawing and become better at like some art style by just copying other people. You don't need to be creative to learn how to draw. That being said, I don't know, I might be wrong about this. I do not know a lot about like people who sing or whatever. But I feel like you just got to be born to sing, you know? I do know that people take music classes and they get better at singing. But I feel like it's your fucking voice, you know? Like, how do you fucking... You got to be born with the ability to sing. And I'm just like, fuck, that's just not me, you know? And like I said, I could be wrong. I could fucking take classes and I could be the best fucking singer in the world. Would I ever take those classes? Fuck no, I'm not doing that shit. I am just going to accept my ability that I cannot sing, and I'll be envious of people who can. You know, it is what it is, you know? Speaking of drawing, that was just my little side rant about singing. I love people who can sing. It is so mesmerizing to me. I find it very impressive. So if you can sing, keep doing that. And while going down that little rabbit hole, what I realized is that those people who can't sing, they just fucking start playing the guitar. And I was just like, damn, I gotta start fucking doing that again, because I have not been doing that, and I gotta get back into practicing my guitar, you know. And I feel like some people are also gifted to do. I feel like you can always be gifted to do something, you know. You can always be gifted in the ability to have like this music theory, art theory, being able to sing, do this, do that, be good in math. But that still doesn't mean that a person without that talent can always persevere through hard work. And that is what I want to do for guitar. I feel like singing, I would have more fun time singing because you're just using your voice. And guitar, you gotta fucking use your fingers and bend your shit. But I low-key cringe at the sound of sometimes when I sing. But I feel like everyone, you know, when you pick up a guitar, when you fucking pick up a guitar, I don't feel like you just start pulling riffs out your ass, you know? But that means I still spend like so much fucking money on that. I do gotta start getting back into that. And now that I have more free time because of the summer, I am going to try to pick it up again, start practicing. And sorry that there's no fucking like progress upload of me like, oh, this was me like 3 months ago when I first started guitar. This is me now, because it's the fucking same. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, it's probably even less because I've put that shit down. I'm not gonna lie. I don't remember how to do the things or whatever. But it is very I don't know. Am I gonna pick it back up? I might just be saying this and not actually do it. But I'm gonna try. At least I want to do like once a week. I know I was saying I was gonna do an hour every day, and that shit, I mean, it might work. Low-key, that might be good, and it might be beneficial in terms of like improving in skill progressively. I just really want to be good. I want to be good so bad. But as I know from a active person who goes to the gym, you can't just go to the gym once and then fucking expect yourself to look like David Lade the next day. You know, you gotta keep going every single day, and you gotta put in the fucking work. And that is just a mindset you have for everything you do. And that's what I have to do in terms of the guitar. But I feel like pretty skilled in art. And would you guys be opposed to me drawing for you guys? You know, maybe doing a little, like still doing like this voiceover that I'm having right now with you guys, but I could be doing that while I'm drawing. Because I don't think I've only recorded once. It's me back in like 5th, 6th grade, and I was a big Vex fan. If you guys know Vex from YouTube, he's like a doodle artist, or was a doodle artist. I don't really like his art that much anymore. Not that like I've outgrown his art style, but he has changed his art style, and I don't really like it. I like his old art style, like me now saying that, you know? Anyways, like that, I fucking did a drawing inspired by that. I think that's the only time I've ever recorded like a time lapse. That's also a lie. I've also did another recording on my other channel. I think on my gaming channel there's a video of me doing a fan mail art. So I guess I've drawn twice. I've only ever drawn twice in like recorded my drawing. But I don't know. I think I want to save that for next video. And whatever, because this I'm not gonna fucking draw it tonight and edit all this and upload all this, you know. So look out. Maybe I draw tomorrow. Maybe I draw Wednesday. Who knows? And that's really just it for the notes that I have. Everything else is just gonna come off the fucking dome. But today, we'll talk about yesterday. Yesterday was Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. And yeah, do I want to talk about next week in the upcoming stuff? I mean, I've already talked about some stuff. I'll leave some of it for next video. But today we got the gym. I got to go to the gym right now. I wanted to record. I just finished work. I came out of work and I started recording because I got out at 5 and I did not want to fucking, there's still going to be a big gym fucking rush hour, you know, like rush hour, right? People get off work and then you go to the gym, and it was 5. Now it's 6. It's still going to be packed as fuck. But hopefully the traffic at least has died down some bit. And I'll be in the gym for a while. Yeah, I'll talk to you guys afterwards. Do a pump pick or something. And I'll let you guys know how my experience with doing 5 sets. Or not 5. What the fuck? 4 sets of 7. No. 4. What the? 4 sets of 5. Using 70s. It's getting hot in my car. I gotta go. Anyways, I did want to say my mom, they have I guess I'm a teacher because they're getting teacher appreciation week shit, and my mom is taking all that shit home and I'm fucking eating all of it. She brought a whole fucking case of cupcakes, bro. They were gas. They're from this place called Bake Shop or whatever, and a majority of them, I'm not gonna lie, they all kind of fucking tasted the same. I won't lie. But there was like a strawberry one that was amazing. I love the confetti one, and I love the red velvet. Those were my top 3 favorites. I will say they are very moist, but it's good and bad because it doesn't have much structure. So when I would try to hold the cupcake, that shit would just rip and fall apart like really easily. And maybe you're into that, you know. But the confetti one had a little bit. It was a little more firm, which I enjoyed, bro. You bet your fucking ass I ate all fucking what? I think there was 12. Maybe there's more. I don't fucking remember. That shit was gas, bro. All right, I know the lighting's really ass, but we're making a pit stop at Target. Cole is coming. We're just gonna buy shit, and then we gotta air compress his fucking PC because it's fucking dusty as hell, and then we're gonna game tonight. But yeah, this is like the first time seeing Cole since spring break, so that'll be cool. What do you call it? I texted him. I'm like, yo, leave your house at 8, motherfucker. It's what's it called? 8, almost 8:20. This dude's still not here. So I text him like, yo, actually I just put up the fucking screenshot and it's just a picture of fucking Kian driving, bruh. Anyways, we'll cut to, should we talk about the gym? We'll talk about the gym real quick. All right, so I was at the gym, right? I was feeling like a fraud carrying those fucking 70s, bro. I was carrying the 70s and I was like, God damn it, everyone knows I don't fucking like lift 70s, you know? Will say, I did one fucking set. I did one set with the 70s. I did 5 fucking reps. And I went to go do it again, and that motherfucker did not go up. Like, I fucking moved back, right? The weight's here. And I tried to push it up. It was not, well, my left arm went up a little bit. My right, it just kind of got stuck. And then they both got stuck, and then I had to go put it back. But the thing is like, I feel like I just have to increase my reps. Because when I drop back down 5 pounds, I drop back down to 65. Bro, I hit fucking the top thing every single time. So I feel like I just need to increase my reps and then attempt 70 again. So we'll see how that goes. I'm gonna try it again on Thursday, so I'll update you guys when that happens.